but we chose Walmart because it's the world's largest, headquartered, of course, in Bentonville in Arkansas, established by a guy called Sam Walton. And his children, believe it or not, in their various capacities, own more than 50% still of this company. So you can imagine how rich they are, because the market cap of the whole thing is $220.77 billion. So those Waltons, the offspring, appear on the world's richest person lists. Price earnings ratio 15.3. That's below the average for an international player in that market. Dividend yield 2.84%. Big company, enormous reach and distribution, not so much in the cities, but more in the sort of peri-urban and rural areas.
Look, they are well established. As we all know, they are worldwide. You look at their current results, they lost $2 billion negative on currency translation because of the strong dollar. But the majority of their business is probably a little bit mature, to be honest.
Because what they do is that they're brilliant. They source stuff, you know, like, for example, it's just totally off the top of my head, deck chairs for your pool. They get them manufactured at some factory in deep China. They get boxed and RFI coded in the box and shipped directly via their logistics partner to the stores. So they don't even come through a distribution center. And the margins on that are razor thin. But they are brilliant, let's face it.
I mean, they clearly believe in, you know, stack them high and sell it cheap. And because they are the ultimate discounter. And they, I suppose you could even argue they started this whole big footprint, big store discount.
And I must say, I've been in a store in Texas where I've got family friends in a small town not too far from San Antonio. Very nice stores. And
Look,
you know,
I've been in one in Pennsylvania, and I must admit, I walked around for a couple of hours.
Nice
stock. It was fantastic.
Even the fruit and veggies section, beautiful stuff.
Look, competition in America is it is way more than what we see here in South Africa, and the quality of service and how they present things is, quite frankly, way higher than what we see here.
What we would put up with in a mall.
It's just two separate levels of service and customer satisfaction.
Explain to me what you mean when you say mature. Are you concerned, for example, about the online trend where people will buy stuff on Amazon instead?
No, their online's growing massively in Walmart.
That's a good point.
It's going 20-odd %.
Big player in the online environment as well.
They're very proud about this. But when I say it's mature, if you take out currency translations and all the funny accounting things, you know, you're getting 1-2% turnover growth. It's very, very low. Admittedly, that's okay, you know, 1-2% inflationary environment in America, but it's not surging forward. I mean, they talk a lot about China, and they're quite happy with the stores, and they're revamping the stores, and they're opening new stores in China. But when you look at the overall numbers, I mean, taking into account the negative currency translations, turnover didn't grow. I mean, and if you're a dollar investor, you can talk about excluding forex events, but you can't really, because you are earning in dollars. So if you're earning in dollars, your turnover is flat. It's up 0.2% or something.
So it just looks, share price chart, that will tell a story. So it just looks good during 2013, 2012, 2014. It comes off quite sharply.
And then it's been in the recovery phase. Then in the last year or so, it's just gone sideways. But I suppose you can look at the one number there, and that's the PE ratio. A 15 PE for a major company like this with a 2 or 3% dividend yield in global terms is not expensive at all.
So what could go right for them? They own Asda in the United Kingdom. As you say, they could do a little bit better in Mexico, Brazil, China. What about Africa? I mean, they own 50% of Massmart.
But it's so small.
Although and not exactly doing brilliantly for them.
Although I went to Massmart, I made a mistake of going to Massmart this Sunday, so it was end of month.
And to a macro.
To a macro. It was end of month.
Crawling.
It was Black weekend.
Black Friday
weekend. And you queued for 45 minutes.
Jeepers. So it doesn't sound like the consumers
the queue went around the whole perimeter of the building on the inside. So you actually joined the queue at the till
in order to get out
at the tills, but you had to go all the way around the store to get back to the tills.
It's amazing. So that's the environment where people say things are looking a bit bleak, and yet
there were people there. Let me tell you.
Okay, so Walmart.
I'll go hot. Yes,
you're going to go hot.
It looks cheap enough.
Okay, I'll join you with that. I think the US economy is in good shape, and if anything, seems to be looking like consumer confidence could continue to do well. And remember, they are, as Wayne said, in the online game as well. Right.